Lord have mercy. Yeah, I'm gonna steal a line from Mystery Science Theater. When in doubt, quote Mystery Science Theater. That's my motto. And I think there is more nothing in this movie than in any other movie I have yet reviewed for this show. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was a little weird when I looked it up online and everything, and the description was like one sentence, whereas other ones use at least 3 or 4. And this one is it's one sentence long, and I was like, okay, that's kind of bizarre. But no, it's actually not. And what's really weird is if you try to tell someone what the movie is about, it sounds like an interesting setup. And it is. It's a very interesting setup. You can see getting a full film out of this. I don't know why they chose not to go that route, but they did. So, okay. So the plot, if you can call it that, it's not even so much a plot, it's a setup. There is no plot. There is nothing. There is nothing in this. Absolutely fucking nothing. Well, that is some bad sun glare. I'm sorry about that, folks. So the setup for this is this gentleman is hired by some rich guy to go to Pakistan and kidnap his girlfriend, lover, or whatever away from an arranged marriage she is about to enter into, and then smuggle her across all these borders to India, where he'll pick her up and then take her back to London, supposedly. That sounds like an interesting setup. She's in on it. She knows it's coming, or she knows that. Actually, they never really say if she is aware that he's planning to have her kidnapped, but she knows it's coming. She knows that he has some kind of extraction plan. So that sounds like a fascinating setup, does it not? I mean, I think it kind of does. See if I can get that glare down a little bit. Not really. Anyway, sounds like an interesting setup. There we go. But don't be fooled, because it is most certainly not. So let's start from the top here. So, hitman guy, who I only find out at the very end of with the credits that his name is Jay, goes into this house where all these people are staying and everyone's sleeping in multiple rooms to kidnap this girl in the middle of the night. Okay, fair enough. But the family has one guard in a lawn chair outside, and the guard kind of spots him as he's leaving, and Jay ends up killing the guard, which sets all the rest of the non-plot in motion. So here's my first question. If she knew that her boyfriend was arranging this kidnapping to get her out of this arranged marriage, why didn't she set up instances where she could be alone for it to happen, instead of in the middle of the night in a crowded house with a guard outside? Or she could have arranged for the guard to be somewhere else. I don't know. Seriously, there's nothing else that they could have come up with anyway. So it sounds like, just hearing that setup, you think you could come up with about 100 plot synopses or scenarios that could go on here. During being on the run, they fall in love. Or there's someone chasing after them, trying to get her back for the marriage, and they constantly have to evade this person. Or, whatever. None of that happens. This is one of those movies that feels like it was paid for by the Board of Tourism. Because the only thing this movie has going for it, aside from an excellent setup, is gorgeous cinematography. It is incredibly well shot and photographed. There are some wonderful shots. The country looks beautiful. You know, even in the slums and the cities and everything, it still looks beautiful. It's shot magnificently. But that's about all this movie has going for it. You feel like the movie is paid for by the Board of Tourism and the Board of fucking Buses. There are, when I was a kid in elementary school, every year they would show us what we called the bus movie. It was this safety film about how to properly get on and off buses and to be aware of the danger zone, the blind spots that the bus driver has, so you don't go in one of those and get run over. There were fewer fucking buses in that bus movie than there are in this movie. Because all this movie is them moving from place to 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 place. You could play a great drinking game with this movie. The most frequently uttered lines of dialogue are, "Where are we going and where are we?" Every other fucking line is, "Where are we going? Where are we?" Or I'm sorry, the other one is, "It's time to leave." Those are like that, and what makes it sad is that is what makes up a majority of the dialogue. This might as well be a fucking silent movie. There is no bloody dialogue in this thing. And therein lies this movie's ultimate problem. I'd be okay with a move from place to place to place to place. I would be okay with it if there was no action or drama or conflict. If it was a character piece between two people who are kind of forced into a situation together and are building relationships and characters and dialogue as they go along, I'd be fine with that. That's not what we get. These characters share next to no fucking dialogue with one another. Every other scene, any scene with them in it where they talk, is like, it's over like that. It's like a 30 seconds to a minute maybe of film where they're sitting there talking, they exchange a little bit of information, and then we're right on to the next plane, train, or automobile. Actually, no planes in this one. So you have characters that you don't know and don't give a shit about in a situation that you have no emotional connection to. I don't care if they get away. First of all, it doesn't even seem like they're having that much problems getting away. If someone was constantly pursuing them, or the cops are always kind of looking at them sideways, you don't get any drama like that. They easily move from one place to the next, one fake ID to the next. He kills 2 fucking people in this movie, and it is treated like he swatted a mosquito. Like, oh, I killed that guy. Okay. You killed that guy. I sure did. I mean, what the hell? So, non-existent stakes, characters you don't care about, a situation you don't give a shit about. I'm telling you, this movie is only an hour and a half long, and I felt like I was sitting there for 3 hours. Once I realized, I kept waiting. I was like, okay, something's gonna happen. We're at the point now in the movie where something has to happen. And I finally realized I was waiting for Godot. Okay? This movie was Godot, I was Vladimir and Estragon. Nothing was gonna fucking happen. And once I realized that, I was like, alright, when is this over? I was so bloody bored by this movie. I could not wait for it to get over. And I'm telling you, it dragged it out for as long as it could get away with. And again, this has a fantastic setup. But, I don't know, also, let's say even if you did develop these characters and their relationship together, I still don't think either one of them is sympathetic. He is a fucking hitman or something. And she is someone who would rather make her family believe she is kidnapped and never know what has happened to her than face an arranged marriage. I understand you don't want to marry someone you don't know, you want to have your freedom, but did your family really deserve that? It's the same logic with Rose from Titanic. Did your mother really deserve believing that you had died all those years? Is that really something that, you know, she deserved? Because I don't think she did. You're kind of a terrible person. They're both awful people. But again, if you're in movies like this, most of the time they're awful people. So I guess that's not a... The only part of this movie that's really interesting, aside from the beautiful cinematography, because it is really well shot again, is like the first 15 minutes of him kind of getting there, getting all the stuff together, plotting out the kidnapping, everything from the beginning of the movie to like maybe 5 to 10 minutes after he's actually kidnapped her is really good. Because you're like, okay, wow, this is intense, and we're getting all this stuff. We don't know who this guy is, and is he a good guy? Is he bad? We don't really know what's going on, you know, and all this. But then once you realize it's just ba-da, 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 da-da, da-da, you lose interest real fast. And again, characters we can care about, a situation we can be interested in. Give them a Tommy Lee Jones character who's chasing them around. You know, something, anything. There is not even a twist. You kept waiting, okay, maybe they're building up to some kind of plot twist here at the end. Nope, none of that. The twist at the end is exactly what you think is going to happen. So, man, was this not worth it. I can't think of anything else to say. I really can't think of anything else to say. You can't talk about the performances because there's no acting. They're staring blankly ahead or at the camera or at one another, and that's it. I'll say the two leads are pretty. For whatever that's worth, at least they weren't bad to look at, but I mean, I would have watched fucking Quasimodo in a movie if I felt like there was actually something going to happen. So, yeah, I got nothing else to really say about this one. I mean, so, final grade for this one, D. Or is it like, it's D. D, like this. D. D for this one. It's filmed too pretty and too competently shot to be an F. You can tell the director knows what they're doing. So I can't, in all good consciousness, give it an F, even though I think this is probably the worst movie I've seen so far this year, or at the very least, the most boring. I mean, I can say what I want about Happy Death Day to You or Isn't It Romantic, but at least shit happened in those movies. You know, at least it wasn't a travel log. Asinine things happened, but at least things happened. So, yeah, D on this one. You know, just because it's artsy doesn't mean it's good. Alright, so that's a bit of a letdown, but I guess it had to happen eventually. I've been seeing some pretty good movies this year so far. But we have one movie left on my end of spring break at the movie marathon, and we're heading there right now. Will it be a grand film? Will it be boring as shit? Will it be overly pretentious? I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. So I will be back with y'all very shortly. So until next time, which will be in a couple hours, drive safe, and I'll see you at the movies.